Today we will talk about noun clauses with WH words. This is in our Grammar Level 3 supplement, which is taken from Grammar and Beyond Level 3. Noun clauses with WH words. Noun clauses with WH words can act as subjects, direct objects, or objects of prepositions. When we have a noun clause with a WH word, it's one of our question words. And that whole clause can be the subject of a verb, it could be the object of a verb, or it can be the object of a preposition. Let's take a look at example number 1. What they wanted was financial support. You could say they wanted financial support. The thing that they wanted was financial support, or what they wanted was financial support. You could also change the order and say financial support was what they wanted. It's possible to use it as the subject. In this case, the thing was financial support, the thing that they wanted. So it's working as the subject, and we must have the what word because this is our noun clause word that makes it the noun for this verb was. It looks a little bit strange that we have two verbs together. So we need to recognize that what they wanted is the noun. There's a thing that they wanted. It's a noun clause. And then was financial support is the other part of our sentence. This is actually our main clause over here. If we look at the next sentence, the inventor understood how we should build the machine. The inventor understood something. So this is more similar to what we saw in the last chapter about that clauses. The inventor understood something. How we should build the machine. In this case, we choose the how word because it shows that he understood the process, which is a little bit different than the inventor understood that we should build the machine. If we say that, we are presenting we should build the machine as a fact. It's a suggestion, we should. But in this case, we're highlighting that how we should build a machine is the thing that the inventor understood, the process. I learned about how many inventions are made every year. You can use how many inventions are made every year as the object of this preposition. Let's turn the page. Forming noun clauses with WH words. Noun clauses with WH words use statement order such as subject-verb. This is important because it's not actually a question. We don't actually use question order. I've just realized what he did. If our real question is, what did he do? In this case, it's a sentence, so we use sentence order. It's the subject before the verb, not the question order. I've just realized what he did. So we've got subject before verb. I don't know when Edison invented the light bulb. In this case, we've got our question word, but it's not a real question, it's part of a sentence. So we use sentence grammar. When Edison, subject, invented verb. So we want subject before verb. This is an important part of noun clause grammar. When noun clauses with WH words like who, what, and which act as the subject, they take a singular verb. What happened next is going to surprise you. The thing that happened next is going to surprise you. So in this case, we've got what happened next. This is a noun clause. It's working as a subject. It's a noun. The thing that happened. What happened next. This is our noun clause. It's working like a noun. And this whole thing is the subject for the verb is. When you have a WH word noun clause that is in the subject place before your verb, you need a singular verb because this thing is a singular noun clause. Let's look at 2.2. Noun clauses with WH words often appear after the following verbs. Thoughts and opinions like consider, know, or remember. Learning and perception like figure out, find, see, understand, and wonder. Or emotions like care, doubt, hate, like, and love. All of these can work as the object of these types of verbs. I don't remember who invented the airplane. Maybe our question is, who invented the airplane? And you could say, I don't remember who invented the airplane. This is your complete sentence answer. I don't remember something. And that something is who invented the airplane. We need to figure out why our invention failed. Our professor cares how we do our homework. Imagine or pay particular attention to the difference in meaning between I don't remember we need to figure out that our invention failed, why our invention failed. So our focus is on why. We have this question word to show that we need to figure out why. Our professor cares how we do our homework. Not that we do our homework, but how we do our homework. In this case, the focus is on how. It's about the process. Noun clauses with WH words often follow verbs plus prepositions, including care about, decide on, find out about, and forget about, know about, learn about, read about, see about, and etc. So these types of words that have prepositions. We shouldn't forget about which inventions succeeded and which didn't. Actually, there is some debate on whether you should take this word out or leave it in. Sometimes we take it out, but in this case, we're looking at leaving it in because the whole noun clause is functioning as the object of this preposition. I read about where Edison grew up. So this is the object of this preposition, and read about is our collocation, like listen to, depend on, think about. So all of those verbs that have this preposition after it, you can put a noun clause after that preposition. Part 2.3 says reduced noun clauses with infinitives. Infinitive means to plus verb. To plus verb. Noun clauses with WH words can often be reduced to WH word plus infinitive. So that's our rule. Noun clauses with WH word can often be reduced to WH word infinitives. If we look at the bottom one first, this is our full clause. We are not sure who we should ask for information. Who we should ask for information is the thing that we are not sure about. We are not sure who to ask for information. In this case, we can change this to ask because it's we are not sure, we should ask. So we have the same subject on both sides. Instead of repeating the word we can just put to plus verb, which is our infinitive. Common infinitives used this way include to ask, to consider, to decide, to figure out, to find, to forget, to know, etc. I don't know what I can say about your invention. This is our full clause. If we look at the top sentence, this is our reduced clause. I don't know what to say about your invention. In this case, we can take out this second I because we have I don't know, I can say, and we can reduce it to say. Because we understand the person doing the action in this say is the same person who is doing the action I don't know. The use of whom is infrequent except in very formal writing. Most English speakers don't use whom. It's the object. We will review who and whom in our unit after our week 4 exam or week 5 exam. It depends which semester we're in. But this is part of our adjective clause unit. So if you are not familiar with this word whom, just focus on this word who, and we will review it later. Please complete exercise 2.2 on page 31 in our supplement book from Grammar and Beyond 3, please complete exercise 2.2, reduced noun clauses with WH words plus infinitive. Some college students are talking to a business advisor about their new product. Rewrite the sentences with WH words plus infinitives. If we look at the example number 1, we don't know where we should start. In this case, we have a noun clause. Where is our noun clause? What is the thing that we don't know? Where we should start is the thing that we don't know. It's the object of this verb, know. We don't know where to start. In this case, we are reducing because we don't know and we should start are both the same subject. We're going to take out the subject. In this case, we also took out the should because you cannot say should to. Should to does not exist, so we just need to take out the should. We don't know where to start. We're taking out this part and we replaced it with the word to. In this case, we know that where to start means the person doing this action start is the same subject in the main clause. If you have two different subjects in your main clause, if your main clause has one subject and your noun clause has a different subject, you cannot reduce. You can only reduce if you have the same subject in both places and if you have a WH word. You can only reduce if the subject is the same. If the subject is not the same, then there will be confusion here because when we read this, this action start should refer to this person in the main clause or this noun, this agent, this subject in the main clause. If it's a different subject doing this other action, you must write the full clause. Please complete exercise 2.2 for home practice tonight, and please remember that it continues